In this video, we are going to take a look at configuration management, how you can change status and approval flow for the configurations, and backup and restore settings for API gateway using APIwiz. In order to access configuration, you have to click on Manage section in Kong Gateway. Certificates, in order to create it, you have to click on this plus icon. You have to select the runtime that you want, the destination, and the name and the certificate text for this one. If there's any alternative text, key and alt key for the certificate. Once you have created the certificate, it will be by default in the review status. You can click in this one and edit it again, where you will get an option to change the status, give a commit message, and since you have already created it, the name is not editable, but you can change the text and anything that you want and save it. You can select between approved, rejected, change required, review, and draft mode. Similarly, you can filter based on what is the status of the configuration. SNI is used for mapping the host name to a certificate. You can create a new SNI from here, put the details, and after you have created, you can go to the three-dot menu and click on change status. You can change the status with a commit message. And lastly, for each configuration in this system, you can select the status log to see the entire history. So the current status is changed required, and on this date it was in review. So this gives you a full history of how a configuration was approved. If there are any breaking changes, you can see what was the configuration that broke. Next is upstreams. You have to select a runtime, destination name, and the algorithm, and the other details are here. You can click on this advanced upstream settings to have health check active and all the settings available in this menu. Next is target. You can click on this plus and configure these details to add a new target. It also supports similar approval flow, and you can also go for an overview of already approved ones. You can't edit that, so you just have to see the overview and obviously the status log. Next are products. These are groups of services within a runtime. Click on this one and add the details. Even you can either select the whole service, you can put the name of the product, approval type you can see automatic. Now in case of services, either you can select an entire service. In this case, since I have selected the car service, so this is to enable you to add any route flexibly within a product, not just the entire service. So I can select multiple of the services, and now in the drop down, the routes related to these two services would be absent. So you can add specific route from other services as well. Lastly, you can tag partner. These are configurable from APIwiz configs only. Last section is global plugins. Global plugins are applicable across runtime. So you can just click on this plus icon, and from the list that we saw in the previous video, you get a list of all the categories of Kong plugin. You can select on it, click on review. Again, add the basic parameters and edit the name of the plugin and basic details, and click on save. It will be added as a global plugin. Now that's all about the config management. Next, we have a backup and restore option. You can select from here what you want to backup. This backup entire runtime and destination pair and click on save. This is a manual. You can click here, upload your file, which will get imported, and you can restore it. Not only that, you can select schedulers. Schedulers are nothing but automatic backups of whatever config you have, including the runtime and destinations. So you select it, you select a frequency and what time you want to make it as a scheduled backup. If you click on any backup, you will be able to see the data of the backup at the bottom panel. You can download it as a YAML or click on edit YAML to edit on the spot. This is specifically useful if you have recently imported some config from outside in APIwiz and you want to make some changes here.